like to call to order the Winthrop School Committee meeting of Monday, December 15th, 2025 at 6 p.m. This meeting is being held in the Harvey Hearing Room of the Town Hall, 1 Metcalf Square in Winthrop, and we are being televised live. May I have a roll call, please?
Ms. Leonard? Yes. Mr. Lettieri?
Yeah.
Mr. Matucci?
Yep.
Ms. Petrie? Here. Mr. Purinton?
Present.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I ask that we remain standing for a moment of silence for Peter Finn. Mr. Finn was a superintendent at our schools, and he was also the head of the executive director of the Superintendent's Association for the state of Massachusetts, for the overall state Massachusetts organization. He was a devoted staff member here and devoted to our community and our students. We would like to extend our condolences also to his wife, Marie Finn, a retired phys ed teacher who remains committed and devoted to our students working and volunteering at the coming school year. We thank you for your service. Thank you. We have no one here for public comment. Do we have any public comment that has been submitted?
We do.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes of December 1st, 2025?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions?
Stay.
Motion passes. May I have a motion for warrant SVW 26-11 in the amount of $962,632.82?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Ms. Leonard? Yes. Mr. Lettieri?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Petrie?
Yes.
Mr. Purinton?
Yes.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes. May I have a motion for payroll warrant SPW 26-11 in the amount of $956,589.07?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, may I have a roll call?
Ms. Leonard? Yes. Mr. Lettieri?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Stay.
Ms. Petrie? Yes. Mr. Purinton?
Yes.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Abstain. I have a motion to approve a prior year invoice in the amount of $349.
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Considering that it's a financial issue, even though it's only $349, I will ask for a roll call.
Ms. Leonard? Yes. Mr. Lettieri?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Petrie? Yes. Mr. Purinton?
Yes.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes, and may I have a motion to accept a donation from the Viking Pride Foundation?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
So this donation was made to the drama department for a number of things, but one of the main things that stood out was the stage. At the last theater presentation we had, that the stage rotated, kind of think about a lazy Susan. Josie Barry was making me have like dizziness, and I was afraid she was going to fall. But it was a great donation. They also donated some other materials and supplies. So as always, Viking Pride Foundation is always willing to help, willing to listen, to see what we need for the extra things that just make our kids a little bit happier. And that certainly made a big difference in the play. So thank you to them.
Any other discussion? May I have all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions? Hearing none, motion passes. We have a request from the Jessica Gordon's Academy of Performing Arts for the spring dance rehearsal and recital. May I have a motion?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed or abstentions?
Abstain.
Motion passes. We have no subcommittee reports tonight, which leads us to the superintendent's report.
Yes, so I have a short report this week, but this Friday is a half day of school for students and teachers alike. So there are no after-school programs. That includes the Spark program. So parents have been duly notified, but just kind of putting it out there. We'll be on winter break from Monday, December 22nd through January 2nd. Everybody returning back fresh and ready to go on Monday, January 5th. So we think it's a much needed break for our students and for teachers and ESPs and nurses alike. I sent out an email just alerting you to our new website, which we are struggling to get up on the board. But we'll be alerting the parents too. We've had a handful of staff, so the website that the company we were using before to manage our website and to get it set up for us and have it live, they were ending their company, so we had to move to a new platform. There we go. It's behind you, but we're trying to get it on both screens. And so at least the public can definitely see it. And there were a lot of people that put a lot of time into this. Laurie Arelli, who is our behind-the-scenes student information center person, who is just beyond gifted in terms of technology. We had, go through a couple of names. Angela Robertson is our HR person.
For the district level, Ann Sullivan for the elementary schools, Jason Durkee for the middle school, and Jessica Simpson at the high school, all had parts in transferring to the new platform that just went live this morning.
So it went live this morning, so we still have a few kinks to figure out, but it is far more engaging than our other website in terms of, there you go, in terms of the quality of the pictures that are on there, the ability for our social media to connect automatically with people who have permission to connect that social media piece to the website. It's just a much more user-friendly website. We also are able to connect our school district calendar and school calendars live with the people who are managing those, and those are primarily principals and Patty. So it gives you this message when you pop on. Eventually that will go away. We still have few little tweaks to work out on our curriculum at the high school page. Still has some uploads that we have to do. It transposed some of our old data. We're still working on getting that done. But the in-the-moment pictures that we're able to upload really bring it to life, and that TV's much better quality behind you.
I know.
But the ability to upload things in the moment and have those people be able to do that, I think will be helpful to the parents. It's also a bit easier to navigate. There's not as many clicks to go through, which is helpful, and we'll work those little issues out as we go along, and taking feedback from some of our parents about our ability to make it more user-friendly and draw parents to go to that site for the information they're looking for with fewer clicks than need be. We are looking into whether or not you certainly can download it onto your phone. We're looking to whether or not there is an app component, so that you have an app on your phone specific to your school. We have one company that will do that. This company is looking into whether or not that's a possibility for them. So we prefer to stay with one company in particular. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to add.
No, I mean, just, there's links, to food service and to athletics. You can go to the live feeds from the sporting events, whether they're home or away, right through the website, through the YouTube channel and all that they're using. The live feed at the bottom of the page, the home page for all of the social media. So if you scroll down the bottom page, it's all the social media posts from that Patty puts on Facebook and everything, updates from the PTOs and what's going on. There's also live links to the sites that Mr. DiGregorio uses for the athletics, and Andrews Middle School has their Facebook page linked to their page, and also we're still gathering and gaining and adding to things, but the majority of the information that was on the old sites has been transferred over. And
so we're working on the coding. See that bar on the top that's
Yeah.
relatively thick that says Winthrop Public Schools? That seems to interfere with the quality of each page. We're working with the company. That's a
it's part of their
coding
template.
system. It's part of their template, and so we have people that do coding here. That Angelo Robertson, our HR guy, is very good with coding. But we've been told that they can't shrink that bar even with coding. So we're going to work on that,
Yes.
because It's a visual distraction for both Laurie and I. Laurie, it doesn't matter much after next week, but for me, it will continue to matter. And so we're gonna work on that. But, you know, I was playing with it today, and I think for the average person, if it's visually appealing, someone's gonna play with it and look for what they're looking for. Our goal is less clicks and more easy access for our families. So we're pretty excited about it. I can't thank the staff enough. This has been many months of transitioning. The old site that we use, the old company that we use to give us access to have a website for the school, they were going out of business. So we didn't have a choice but to transition. So we're happy about that, and you know, hopefully parents find it a little bit easier to use and give us more access to put public information out there faster. Especially the feeds, the live feeds, you know, from social media. I think that you don't have to go to Facebook to look something up. You can do it all in one spot. So we're excited about that. So that's part of my superintendent report. Budget updates, I will be in next week, working on the budget. I've had several meetings with the principals already. We're doing a little bit more identification of items that we're purchasing under curriculum and instruction this year to give. I got feedback from the FinCom. They were looking for a little bit more detail, so we're working on providing that more detail for them so that they can see more. I'm trying not to have a 100-page budget, but certainly can have background information that can be provided to people. So we'll continue that work over the next 2 weeks with the principals, unless they're on vacation, but we've had several meetings leading up to this. And then the heavy-duty work will be starting January 5th, where we'll start to schedule some subcommittee meetings to discuss the progress that we've had and where we see ourselves heading. Dylan and I are using the template that I should copyright, but I haven't, that helps us manage the budget and saves a ton of time in transitioning teachers from step 1 to step 2 and recalculating all of that data. It really is helpful during negotiations and predicting costs associated with any compensation that we provide, as well as looking at different ways if we're providing additional benefits and how that looks. So it's been super helpful in that area. So I'll keep you updated on that progress. Negotiation updates. Our last negotiation was last week with the teachers unit. There are a lot of people on the school side that really want to hang out with us over the next 2 weeks. We have a new group of people transitioning into the school committee, which I'll talk about in a second. So I anticipate I'll be sending an email to the teachers union, to all 4 units, tomorrow to Brian Donnelly, who's the union president, suggesting dates, probably starting the 2nd week in January, let the new people come in, get sworn in on the 5th. And then sort of hit the ground running the next week, scheduling. Ideally, the school committee has made, it known that they would like to meet more than one time per week, scheduling different units on different days, so different aspects of subcommittees from the school committee can meet. The union has not been open to that. They're feeling as though they can only do one group per week, which is making the process a lot longer. The school committee has communicated to me, you all have communicated to me in different ways, the wish to move this process along faster than slower. So I'll be communicating that in an email and sharing that with the committee, requesting those dates, and I will let you know the feedback from the teachers union, the ESP union secretary, and the nurses union. I anticipate we've been on a schedule where, unfortunately, we're only, it's only agreed to meet one time per week, so we can only do 1 unit per week. The schedule will ask for 2 units per week, and it will start with the people that we met with almost a month ago, which would be the nurses and then the ESPs. Nurses, the secretaries, the ESPs, and then the teachers. Hopefully, if we can do 2 in a week, then that doesn't cause us to have to wait an entire month to see another group. So I will keep you up to date on what the feedback is on that. Let's see. In terms of the school committee, so this is the last meeting for Chair Jen Powell, Vice Chair Julie Barry, and committee member Suzanne Leonard. So I'd like to take a moment To extend my sincere gratitude to our 3 outgoing school committee members, Jen after 8 years of service, Julie after 6 years of service, and Suzanne after 4 years of service. Serving on a school committee requires an extraordinary commitment of time, energy, thoughtful reflection, and a continuous focus on making decisions that are in the best interest of our children, staff, and families. Your work has often taken place in long meetings, many of the long ones are not on TV, through complex and sometimes difficult decisions, and always with an understanding that choices you make would shape the future of our students and the strength of our district as a whole. You have all approached that responsibility with integrity, diligence, and a clear commitment to our town. Throughout your service, you have helped guide the district through important moments of growth and challenge. From rewriting how to deliver public education during COVID, and this is a little bit of a dig, but including having desks to go along with chairs, to multiple contract negotiations, to building budgets, to revising policy and making it accessible to all, and to joining in many amazing celebrations of students and staff and their success. I've been honored to work with each one of you. Throughout your time on the committee, you have all asked thoughtful questions, balanced competing priorities, and remained focused on what matters most, providing high quality, equitable education for every one of our students. As committee members, you have engaged in respectful dialogue with each other, which I appreciate so much. And you have engaged in dedicating yourselves to serve the town with transparency, accountability, and that has strengthened our school and our governance. I'm also personally grateful for the relationships that have grown through our work together. Not all superintendents are fortunate enough to create unique bonds with committee members, and I value the personal relationship and friendships that we have all developed over the course of your service. It has been a privilege to get to know you, your families, and in particular, for those of you with children who were in our district and still in our district, to watch your children grow, learn, and thrive in our schools based on watching you. Thank you for your leadership, your participation, and your dedication to public education. It has been an honor to work alongside you in servicing our students and our community. I wish each of you the very best in your next chapter, and I know you will. So I can still reach out to you. But truly, thank you for making this job for me easier than any other superintendency in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And I know that because I have a sick obsession with watching other school committee meetings and looking at how things go in other communities. And I do know how blessed I am to work with a good group of people. I'm really excited that the new people that are coming on, I've also had the opportunity to work with each one of the new incoming school committee members were active participants in the school override votes with an S, without failure, and coming back with compassion and perseverance and the willingness to be open and transparent. So I don't see the big shift in the school committee makeup in terms of my relationship with people. I certainly will miss you guys. But I think they've watched enough school committee meetings to understand how we work as a team and what has made this school committee so successful. So again, thank you for your time, your commitment, and your friendship. And good luck. And that is the end of my superintendent report.
Thank you. Do we have any homeschool applications? Appointments, new hires, resignations?
Yes, we have 2 new hires, ESPs to fill positions that were vacated by others, Fernando Martin, ESP at the Apathy Cummings School, and Lindsay Giamagoshe, and I did learn how to pronounce that. We have no resignations, thankfully, no retirements, and the postings that are in the packet are for athletic positions coming up for the new season.
Okay, fantastic. And that brings us to a vote to elect a co-vice chair. This is needed because of the transition that is going to happen, and so at the next meeting, Julie and I will not be on the board, and we need somebody to take leadership. Do I have a nomination for that vote?
I'd like to nominate Gus.
Do I have a second? Okay, any discussion?
So just for clarification, this would be an appointment for a specific period of time to end.
To end at the next meeting. Correct.
And then we'll do new elections with the new committee that comes in.
Yes, may I have a roll call, please?
Yes. Ms. Leonard?
Yes.
Mr. Lettieri?
Yes.
Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Petrie?
Yes.
Mr. Purinton?
Yes.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes. And I have a motion, may I have a motion for citations for the outgoing school committee members? And I'm going to ask that somebody other than me read those citations, please.
Motion.
Second. Thank you.
I will read, as I have all three of them. Whereas the school committee member has served with distinction as a member of the Winthrop School Committee for 6 years and has been a devoted and loyal friend and colleague and has had a strong positive impact on scores of Winthrop students through her display of genuine concern for young people. Therefore be it that the school committee of the town of Winthrop expresses its congratulations and best wishes, and that it is made part of the official minutes of the Winthrop School Committee on December 15th, 2025. This applies to Ms. Julie Berry, Ms. Jen Powell, and Ms. Suzanne Leonard. Thank you all.
Any discussion?
Thank you to all three of you. All three of you were instrumental in making my decision to have the position that I now have. So thank you.
Thanks, guys. Great job.
Thank you.
I'd like to point out that I'm kind of feeling like I'm getting left in the lurch as Suzanne was already convinced me to run. She's running away. No, just, it's been great.
May I have a roll call, please?
Yes.
No, I just
Oh, I'm
wanted to,
sorry.
no, that's okay. It's, people don't understand, I don't think, the time commitment and the sacrifices that people make to run for an office. And it's greatly appreciated. And sometimes everybody doesn't agree on everything, but you know what? Everybody agrees that best interests of Winthrop are in each and every one of you. So I thank you sincerely for the years of service. When you think about it, it's 18 years total, whatever it is. It's a long time. And it's greatly appreciated. It's a hard thing to do, and congratulations and thank you.
Okay, now may I have a roll call?
Yes. Ms. Leonard?
Yes.
Mr. Lettieri? Mr. Matucci?
Yes.
Ms. Petrie?
Yes.
Mr. Purinton?
Yes.
Ms. Barry?
Yes.
Ms. Powell?
Yes. Do you have public
I
relations?
do, I have a couple. So congratulations to the students of the month of the grade 6 Tigers. It was Ellie Aguirre and Amy Alvarez. Grade 7 Falcons was Autumn Bracy. Grade 7 Wolves was Augustine Porchiki. Grade 8 Ravens, Richard Bigelow. And grade 8 Eagles, Isabel Ramirez Aguilera. And then the last public comment I have is regarding our boys had the wonderful invitation to go to Lake Placid, New York, to play against Marblehead High School. And to go, to see Lake Placid, to be able to visualize where gold medal was won. Mike certainly had his hand in Mike Rizzioni in supporting the team for going there. The Boosters Club, for sure, was supporting them. They took a 4.5 to 5 hour bus ride on Friday out to Lake Placid, played Friday night and won. Then they played again on Saturday and won again. 1 or 2 games? One.
They won?
Yeah, but they only played 1 game on Saturday.
Yes.
Right. So they were league games. I haven't had a chance to talk to Coach Dunbar as of yet, but I did talk to Mark De Gregorio. The kids were just Winthrop, polite, well-dressed, appreciative, collaborative together as a team. And from what I'm hearing, feedback from the kids, it was an amazing experience for them. A lot of our kids don't necessarily get out of Winthrop, let alone the state, so it's good bonding and team building, right at the beginning of the season, so that was incredibly helpful. You get to see your coaches and in a different light, you know, in more of a social situation. They had team dinners together and there were sponsors for those things. I know that we had parents go who enjoyed themselves watching their kids and taking in everything about the 1980 Olympics. So that was a very good time. The other thing I wanted to just mention about Mr. Finn was the superintendent of schools from 1982 to 1988, and prior to that, for 9 years, he served as the assistant superintendent of schools. He also came back sort of in and out in doing some triage work in the athletic directing field. He was a tremendous college athlete and a referee of football. I don't know if he umped baseball, but I know Nibs did that. But he was just a special guy. And when I took over as superintendent, you may or may not know, I probably wasn't the stellar student at Winthrop Public Schools during my time here as a student. But he took the time out of his life to come up and sit down and talk to me and tell me he was proud of me, which was kind of cool. I was always afraid of him. He was this big, tall, strapping guy. He seemed, you know, I'll use a Boston accent, but he did seem wicked smart. And he was, but he was more so, you know, kid intelligent. He knew how to get kids to do what he wanted them to do on the athletic field, in the classroom. And he was a coach as a superintendent. And I know you've heard me talk about that before. Superintendency, there's no like school for that. You don't go to school to say, I'd like to major in superintendency and that's what I'm going to come out and be. Certainly, that was not my plan. However, coaching leads you to success no matter what. If you're a strong coach and you have a good relationship with your team and you expect the most, show up to practice, work together, and train hard. And that was Peter Finn. And to be able to have had the relationship with him and continue that relationship with Marie, who's sort of the female version of Peter Finn, in her work that she's done in this school. We're grateful to have Marie after she retired. She refers to every child, I think it's Chacho, but the kids relate to her and they do things for her that they wouldn't do for our staff on a good day. So she comes in the morning and she controls the chaos in the Atherton County's cafeteria, where students are dropped off, and we have support and supervision in that room, but Marie is able to kind of hold the fort down. So Marie's going to take a little bit of time off, but you know, she knows she's welcome to come back and continue the support of the family she does have here in the Winthrop Public Schools. So, and that is the end of my public relations.
Excellent, thank you. Any other public relations?
Yeah, I just waited, Hanukkah started yesterday, I believe, so very happy Hanukkah to our population, as well as very Merry Christmas, and the year went by very quickly. So wish everybody a very happy and healthy holiday season.
I want to say thank you to the voters of Winthrop and this community for allowing me to serve in this position. This has been an incredible privilege to be a part of promoting the school system and keeping things on track and keeping things moving, and I am incredibly grateful for the override support that we had, and I know that we are working very diligently to reach an agreement with the teachers, and I know that that work is going to continue. And I also want to say thank you to each and every one of members of this school committee for the support that you have had and in allowing me to be in this position and making this committee the incredibly collegiate powerhouse that it is. And I think that we have built together incredible school system, and all that is due to largely to the work of the people at this table being so devoted and committed. So thank you, Stan. Thank you, Julie, for your service. Thank you for everyone else who's going to stay on and continue the work. You know where to find me. And with that, can I ask for a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned.